So whatever you do, if you've ever watched the movie Dogs of War or Dogs of War with Christopher Walken and Tom Berenger, or The Wild Geese with Sir Richard Harris and Sir Roger Moore, among others, the idea of going back into Africa, in the 70s and 80s and launching a coup, which that could be a thing you could do. You could get paid. And like if it was the 1960s, you could get paid by a Belgian mining company to protect a diamond mine and shoot at UN soldiers and get paid for it all at the same time. And it was legal. Like, those were the days, chat. Those were the days. Joining a Belgian paramilitary and, just kicking around doing God's work out there in the middle of the Congo. Well, these guys were kind of like, we're going to do that too. So I've read part of their indictment, and it is like the goofiest shit ever. So a couple of Americans, they were convicted in Congo of trying to launch a coup, now face charges in the United States, and they're U.S. citizens. So their plot was to establish a new government. And yeah, so these are the three of them right here in their stylish, uniforms, being hauled into court. Because really, these look like the type of guys who are going to launch a coup in the Congo. Like, is this really what you're going to do? Do these guys look like the hardened operators who could raise a rebel army and, take down President Kimba? Was that really what was going to happen here? When welcome to Zangaro, we shall take it. What were they trying to achieve? They wanted to install a new, they wanted to install their own government. They literally did, yeah. Yes, I can see why they failed. I know, it looks like Reddit tried to launch a coup. These guys look like a couple of idiots. But yes, and the other problem is the CIA was probably like, wait, that's our job. No. They're like, they told the DOJ, you have to prosecute them. We can't have this. So anyways, these guys were all, they were charged with 52 other defendants in June of 2024. They tried to launch a coup in Congo, and and a bunch of people got killed. So these three Americans who have been repatriated from the Congo, like, they could have got killed. Like, they almost got death sentences. They initially did receive a death sentence. For doing that. I mean, that's a part when, especially in Africa, you launch a coup. I mean, yeah, you might be like Simon Mann, guys. Remember the guy from Executive Outcomes? Count Dankula did a video about him. They got to interview him. He was in Equatorial Guinea and tried to launch a coup, and it all failed. He spent time in a shitty prison. So, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. A fourth guy who was an expert in explosives was also charged with the plot. But anyways, they were initially got death sentences. They initially got life imprisonment. And then eventually the U.S. government's like, we want them. And Congo was like, yeah, here you go. So now they're back. They're part of a long-running FBI investigation. They were providing weapons and explosives to a rebel army. And yeah. And among them, one of them is the son of the rebel leader, who they tried to target the presidential palace in Kinshasa, which is the capital of Zaire. And like, that's where you got to go. It's one of the biggest fucking countries in the world, chat. It is insane, the size of it. And there's actually currently some issues in the Congo right now. I mean, like, there's an entire issue with Uganda. There are, forces in the northeast part of it. There's like a whole border war going on right now where there's a lot of fighting going on. But anyways, his dad was live streaming it during the attempt and he was killed. I did see footage of this once when it all happened, but I can't find it anymore. But yes, he was shot while resisting arrest. So they wanted to start a new government. And yes, the son was going to be chief of staff of the Congolese army. Like, really? Like, really, this guy in the middle, he's going to be the chief of staff of the Congolese army? That's like, how's that going to work? I mean, you don't have Roland the Thompson gunner out there to help you. They're not killing her and they're living and to help out the Congolese. They also had an explosive expert, a boomer, Some boomer. Yes, the boomer's involved. He taught him how to use bombs, and he let him shoot at his home. And he also let him use his guns. Yeah, so they had a conspiracy to use weapons of mass destruction, a conspiracy to bomb government facilities, and a conspiracy to kidnap or kill persons in a foreign country. Yes, chat, yes, they have jurisdiction over you, especially if you hatch the plan here. But even then, if you are not doing things at the behest of the United States government, you're going to get in trouble. So don't launch coups. Don't launch a coup. Besides, if you try to fight in the Congo, the guerrillas that protect the secrets there will kill you. So don't do it. Don't do it.